People will count you out. And the most powerful thing you can do is let them. Not because you're above responding, not because it doesn't land when someone looks at you and decides you're not enough before you've even started, but because the moment you use their opinion as your fuel, you've handed them something they don't deserve. A role in your story. A seat at a table they never earned. Influence over a path they can't even see clearly enough to judge. The ones who underestimate you aren't paying close enough attention. That's not an insult to them. It's just the truth. And the truth is that most people measure what's in front of them and call it the whole picture. They see where you are and miss where you're going. They see the current chapter and assume it's the whole book. And you can spend your energy correcting that assumption, or you can spend it becoming something their assumption never accounted for. There's a specific kind of clarity that comes from being overlooked. When nobody is watching, when nobody expects much, when the pressure of other people's projections lifts for a moment, you find out what you're actually made of. Not what you perform under observation, not what you produce when someone is keeping score, but what you do in the quiet, in the early hours, in the moments that will never make it into anyone's version of your story except your own. That's where the real work happens. Not in the validation, not in the recognition, in the unseen repetitions that build something nobody can take credit for but you. The thought that stays with me is that being underestimated is only a disadvantage if you need people to see you correctly in order to move. If your momentum depends on their belief in you, then you've already given away too much. The ones who go furthest are usually the ones who learned early how to move without an audience, how to stay certain in the absence of confirmation, how to keep building in the silence between where they are and where they're going. People will look at you and see a ceiling. Let them. Ceilings are only real if you stop moving before you reach them. What they called your limitation was just their imagination failing to keep up with you. And you don't need them to catch up. You don't need them to understand it, to validate it, to finally see what you saw in yourself all along. In the end, the work was never for them, and it never will be.